Hello everyone, and welcome back to Conquer the Frontier at the New Frontier. We're now in June and reached episode number 18. We're in front of the sawmill which we built last time, and it is a rather newer and much larger sawmill than our previous. And as you can see, it has been busy. We have made prefab walls, planks and planks long, and I think I can see some wooden beams in there as well, which is fantastic. So Nordic and I have got some loading to do this morning. I think what I'll do is I'll just hop in the fence and move that out of the way. We'll need the pickup and the trailer so we can get stuff loaded. Now we have been winding down the old sawmill, the smaller sawmill. I think it's got a little bit left to run by way of logs, and it will sell those materials. And then, yeah, we can look to sell that because, yeah, we don't need two sawmills. Let's just park up the Fendt Xylon and we can jump into the pickup, get our goods sold. And, yeah, we'll focus on selling these goods first thing this morning because it is a bit wet and rainy. But the good news is our barley in Ahlbom Park is ready to harvest. Probably see that as we drive past it. That has barley in. So it'll be good to get that harvested. Nordic and I are planning to hopefully build a silo later today as well, once we've made a bit of money. But we did have a bit of a problem. We actually missed a payment on our excavator, which is a shame. So I think we've incurred a bit more of a charge and interest in the long term, but I'm sure we'll manage it once we sell these wood goods. We should be pretty good. And yeah, we'll have money to buy a silo. And I think once we've harvested the barley, the straw is going to hopefully go in the BGA and get turned into a digestate, which we can then sell. And of course we need to plough up the field that we mowed last time and got some good grass from. Yep, Nordic and I are going to load up these wood goods and get these sold first of all, and then we can look to crack on with our barley harvest. Rightio. Well, we are now leaving the farmer's market. We've sold our wood goods and we've got the money up to 77,000, so that's pretty good. Don't think we've sold everything in prime wood good selling period, but we need the money, we need the profits, so that is all good. We're now going to set the sawmill to sell all the other wood goods automatically. That's normally our practice. We have a new production. We make the first delivery ourselves and then set it to sell and deliver automatically. Because otherwise we'd just be spending all of our time doing deliveries, no doubt. But what we're going to do now is we'll head on back, and hopefully the rain is going to subdue. I think whilst it is still raining, we'll probably look to get our grain silo built, as that's where we're going to need to stash the barley we want to harvest from Ahlbom Park. And I don't think I actually caught a glimpse of the crop in Ahlbom Park. We can take a look at how the barley is looking, but it will look better in the sunshine once the rain has cleared up. The field to the right with oats in unnamed field, I don't think that's got too much longer. I think that'll be ready to harvest in a month or two. And then to the left you can see the outline of the patch which we mowed last time. We do need to come and plough that up, so yeah, looking forward to that. Aha, there we go. You can see the gold emerging through the trees there. Our lovely barley in Ahlbom Park. So yeah, we'll get parked up, build the silo, and then get our harvesting equipment all ready. Alright, just got into the Massey so we can free up the trailer that has wood chips in. It got filled up with wood chips because we needed to keep the sawmill loaded, but what we can do is we can drop a decent load into the heating plant. We don't want to drop any more in the small sawmill because yeah, we're trying to run that down so we can sell it. So let's just hitch up to this. There we go. Not too many wood chips, so that's good. Wood chips unloading. Might take them all actually. Oh, just 510. To be fair, that's probably not worth me even putting in the larger sawmill. So what I'll do is I'll put it in the pile here and we can get that loaded up en masse next time. Alright, we'll spin round and get ready for the rain to subdue for our barley harvest. But one thing that Nordic's been doing whilst I was doing that is place our farm silo. And look at this. This fits in quite nicely. Lovely red and white wood colour. I think this can take 75,000 litres of grain. Looks like it's got a light on it as well, which is pretty funky. It's got a grate where we can deposit our grain, and then it's got a chute so we can load up the grain as well. I'm guessing it's got some sort of auger or motor inside that will pump it out. That's looking good, isn't it, Nordic? It cost us $20,000, so I should hope it's going to do a good job of storing our grain safely. Right, I guess we'll just wait for this rain to die off, eh? The rain has gone, so that is good news. I think Nordic is going to jump in the Massey harvester. I'm going to run into the Massey tractor and run carting duties. And then I think we'll look to swap over halfway like we normally do. Nordic and I do like to share the jobs and have sort of equal turns where it makes sense. Oh, left the engine running. That's going to have burnt a little bit of diesel, but never mind. As mentioned, once we've harvested the barley, I think the byproduct straw is going to get forage wagoned and put into the BGA, where it can be converted into digestate. And that's going to be sellable for a much higher amount than if it was straw that we were selling, raw straw. So that is going to be good. We need to maximise as much money and profits as we can. I can hear Nordic coming along behind me in the old Massey harvester. So we'll tuck through the trees here, wait for him to take the lead, and yeah, we will just follow his lead really. Whenever he needs to unload, we'll come and drive up next to him. And yeah, the barley harvest is underway. The first harvest for the new season. Right, the barley harvest is done. Nordic and I did half and half. And I think we've got a decent quantity of barley. I did one full load and Nordic has done one full load. And then we're going to have a partial amount left, if I can actually line up with the trailer. There we go. Fantastic. Well, we've got quite a lot of straw to contend with as well. I think Nordic and I were thinking that maybe we would get the windrower to rake it into some larger swaths, but then the forage wagon, once it's pulled by the Xylon, is actually pretty speedy. So I think, yeah, we will just do the forage wagoning. We won't bother with the raking. Giving Nordic a toot there as he speeds off to deposit the barley into the grain silo. We'll have to have a little look at how much we yielded from that field. Nordic depositing the last of the barley in. We can get parked up, and I don't think it'll be long before we're getting this harvester out again, because we are anticipating our oats in unnamed field being ready fairly soon, and also the canola in Creekside. So we can lower down the header. Fold up the harvester. No, not turn it on. Fold it up and shut it down. Nordic just jumping in the Xylon there. Let's have a little look at how much we've got. 13,807 litres. That is just shy of 2 full trailer loads, I think. So that is pretty good going. Happy with that. Right, Nordic is grabbing the Tarrap. The Caverland Tarrap. We will hop in the cab seat, thanks Nordic, and yeah, we're gonna play passenger for this job. And as mentioned, the straw is going to go in the BGA so it can get processed into digestate. I don't think it actually becomes biogas because, yeah, straw doesn't necessarily ferment to make gas, but yeah, it will ferment to make digestate, which we could use as a natural fertilizer, but that will come with costs of buying a spreader, which Nordic and I don't want to do just yet. Money is more important to us at the moment than using natural fertilizer. So Nordic is away doing the forage wagoning. I imagine he'll have quite a few trips, so let's get this all collected up, and then yeah, we'll see how full the BGA is. Nordic just gingerly backing up to the BGA there with the forage wagon. We've done one full load, one 60% load. So yeah, we should have a good amount of straw in there. Let's just get out and take a little look at what we've got in here. So by way of straw, we've got 49,671 litres. That is really good. And we can use this process, which is going to turn 840 straw into, it will turn it into electric charge, 50 methane, and 120 digestate. So yeah, 80, 50, 120. That's actually a pretty efficient recipe if you ask me. I think it's going to process through quite quickly. Oh, Nordic has left me behind. I was taking too long to look at the recipe, but the BGA is up and running. Right, it's on to ploughing the latest field. We don't have a name for it, and we've already got one unnamed field, so yeah, we're going to definitely have to come up with a name for the newest field. You'll have to let me know if you've got any ideas. It is right on the edge of our territory at the moment, so yeah, we'll welcome any name suggestions for that. Right, I think we can probably squeeze in there and grab that first plough, and then Nordic can come and grab the second. This windrower looks like it's a little bit in the way. Alright, there we go. We've managed to hitch up to it. Nordic can grab the second. Okay, we have reached the field. We're going to do the headlands with the plough facing inwards. So let's get in position and lower away. We can start to mark out this field. I think Nordic is ready as well. So let's get started with this. Could be quite a large and long job, but we'll do our very best. We'll mark out the headland and then we'll break into the rows. Just finishing off the ploughing, and I think Nordic has a little bit of repair work to do. He accidentally ploughed into the track. The levers and stuff in the tractor can sometimes be a little bit sticky, but yeah, nothing that we can't solve with a bit of gravel to fill it in. Right, we'll head on back to the yard, get the ploughs parked up. I think that's probably all we've got time for to do today. We've probably got a busy next month because the oats in unnamed field might be ready, and the canola in Creekside field might be ready as well. So we might have 2 harvests on our hand. The oats we will have straw to deal with, and canola we potentially might have straw to deal with as well, depending on whether Nordic and I decide to enable the additional straws. We will wait and see and make a decision on that. And yeah, we've got some re-drilling to do in Albert Park. The new field that we've just ploughed up will need liming and drilling as well. So we might have to build, or buy rather, a second drill to help speed up some of that work. Our spreader, of course, is absolutely fine for spreading. We don't need two of those. Right, let's lower the plough and drop it off. There we go. Move out of the way so Nordic can park his in situ as well. Only makes sense that Massey gets parked in front of Massey, but I think there's space there for the Fent as well. Nordic has parked up over there. Right, but we can look and admire our fantastic new silo, which yeah, is standing quite proudly. Looks very nice. Happy with that. And you notice we're up to $90,000 now because the straw has been processing in the BGA, and we've been selling some wood goods from our new sawmill as well. So yeah, it's been quite a lucrative day. We've been able to recoup some of the funds which we spent on the rather expensive but larger sawmill. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like Nordic and I to do, then feel free to leave a comment, and be sure to check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. All there's left to say is I hope to see you again next time on Conquer the Frontier at the New Frontier, and until then, catch you later. Cheers all, bye bye.